Yeah, here we go. All right. You know, they say better late than never, but never late is better.
I was just about to
But, this was my fault. I was working on something with the safety committee website, and, this thing takes a bit more time than I realized to put together. I ain't gonna lie. I was too busy having fun when I should have been working on it. Shame on me for having a life for 5 minutes.
say. It was
You
shame,
know,
shame.
shame, shame, shame. I mean, but the way it's set up is kind of dope because it has the members area set up. So, like, you click on the bottom right, um, and it'll show you, boom, here's your, that's where the thing is, and it's password protected. And then it has the about page. We still gotta. That's another thing too. There's a couple of things I need from you, Nova, and I realized that because I need like a picture that you want to go on the about page because
I gotta put like
you
a
are,
gangster face on. Like seriously.
nobody wants to see a gangster face. It's gonna be ridiculous. We don't need. We want people to take this shit seriously. There's a couple of things, little nooks and nicks I didn't think about because I wasn't really looking at it that hard since I initially set up the thing. But I might move it to a different platform though, because they trying to overcharge for this shit. They want like $400 for this shit, and that covers like 2 years. And I'm like, you could easily like get a website for like $50.
Yeah.
What are these motherfuckers doing? But
That's how
anyway,
the websites are.
um,
It's a weird business. I know I have to pay every year. I think my payment is coming up for like my domain for my business.
but how much do you pay for the actual website?
Oh, I paid dollars. I paid
That's what
someone
I'm
did
talking about.
someone did it for me and I want to say it was like 2,500.
That's what I'm talking about. Like these websites is crazy. I mean, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm still debating because I mean, I was gonna just rock it through my business account, but I just have to see what I'm gonna do with that. Let me see with this because this shit right here is pissing me off. All right, boom, 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 boom. There we go. All right, let me wake everybody up because motherfuckers probably was like, "Yo, where these motherfuckers at? Y'all ain't even showing up. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?" While I'm doing the wake up call, how did you function in this on this wonderful
Oh
snowstorm?
yeah. The snowstorm was amazing because this past weekend was I went to an event. I went to my very first Missy King event and it was
Shout
beautiful.
out to Missy.
Shout out to Missy King. It was amazing. It was
She has
fun.
the cutest cheeks.
Ah,
Doesn't
she
she have principal cheeks?
she just seems like a whole like nice person.
Nah, she's sweet. She's a nice girl. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so it was good. It was a good time, and so I enjoyed that.
I don't know. I just find her, she just looks real soft to me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know she be doing some gangster shit, but I don't know. To me, she just looks like, you know what I'm saying? She just look kind of tender, kind of
Tender.
delicate. But maybe that's just my perspective because the way I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, so
You
that
know.
was really cool, and I ended up getting snowed in there, which was fun because it was like a crew of like 20 of us. Shout out to the official after party.
Mm,
Um, it was fun. It was fun.
okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
The
had.
problem is, I think I'm having issues with my sharing abilities thanks to
Oh,
Facebook and their time fuckery.
mm-hmm.
So, because I think when I try to share to the groups, it's giving me headaches. So you might
Yeah.
notice a difference on that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's restricting my viewership. This is how you could tell motherfuckers don't be voyaging over to that YouTube enough, though. You know what I'm saying?
You too.
Because most of the people watching is on the YouTube. The Facebook people are missing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the YouTube people that's peeking over there. I see y'all. Y'all can say hi and shit though. You
Hey.
know.
Yeah, because
Uh,
yeah. Gosh darn, what was it called? Facebook.
you know, Zuckerberg be out there bullshitting on a nigga, so that's why I'm just like, he said, "Oh, you doing your show today? Oh, you trying to monetize and shit? Let me throw some, some, obstacles in your way and all of that."
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm, 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 mm. See,
It's gone.
I can't even share this to the group.
Oh, let me
Nova,
see if I can. Let's
it's
see.
giving me problems. Like this is the ghetto shit that I be talking about, which is why I'm ready to go over to one of the other apps and really start pushing them joints over there instead of fucking with this Facebook shit. I'm trying to remember the name of that app. I seen what you call it? I seen this guy promoting that shit. Because that's one of the problems is
Mhm.
getting that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that shit in. You know, was really pissing me off because I hate the fact. Like I think I found it. Hold on, because I can. Fortunately, I could go to this page and share. You know what I'm saying? It's really pissing me off that I got to go through all of this to share this shit.
Yeah, I just started. I shared it to the group.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's making the job harder, and we have enough challenges with this shit as it is, without having to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we gonna just keep it moving, and
Good.
everything will sort itself out. As people slowly trickle in because they're gonna find it and do what they gotta do and all of that stuff. Let me see if I can share it. But yeah.
Oh yeah, because
So
people, I got
those,
a few messages. People are waiting for us around 9:05. Like, where y'all at? I can't see. I can't find the link. Okay.
and here we are,
We
and
here.
they not here.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, because
This is the stuff.
they need access to your page.
What do you mean?
Do they
Because
need?
my page is live. I just went to my page from
Okay.
my other page, so I could see it. Jeep, don't start with me. I was trying to tweak the safety committee site, and there's some more information I need before I could put it all the way live. And I realized that right before I was about to live the page. So I want to make sure that everything is on point before I put it out there. So probably gonna have to wait another week because I need some stuff from Miss Nova that I didn't tell her because she would have had it together. It's my fault. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think about it. We're still dealing with whatever inquiries we get, and we're gonna put that stuff together. So that's not an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can still come to us with whatever. It's just having the official website. I want that shit to be immaculate. I want it to be on point. It's me being a perfectionist. Like I'm having this thing designed a very specific way. So that being said, I want to make sure it's on point. You know,
Hey, hi Trudy. I met Trudy for the first time.
isn't Trudy a very stacked young lady?
Trudy was such a nice, kind, amazing person.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I met so many dope people, like so many dope people.
I'm just mad I didn't get to go because, I heard it was a time, I heard my name came up a couple of times, but I had other things going on. I couldn't switch it around. I was trying to because I was about to book a room on the spot when I was in the chat, and then I checked my calendar right before I paid for it, and I was like, "Fuck, no good." See what that is? That's me taking accountability, which rolls us into today's topic
Which
because
is
today's topic is choices.
choices.
A lot of people ask these questions. They want to know why everybody today talks about modern dating, how trash it is. You got women coming with all types of crazy requirements, pay this bill, pay that bill, blah blah blah. You know, Nova, what are the men coming up with that sounds crazy from today's perspective?
Everything. I think what are men saying that I, I just find men are not in but I don't know if it's me. That's my thing. It
Would you
might
say would you say the chivalry is kind of dead?
somewhat. This is my thing though. I can't complain much lately. Lately my dating life has been beautiful. So, but in the past, just people who just didn't have their stuff together, they like I just found a lot of like men who didn't know how to take initiatives, who hey, what you doing to death, the GMs,
WYD?
yeah,
WYD?
WID, hey beautiful. So just the people who don't know how to move beyond the initial conversation or their
So they
initial.
don't know how to get to the fucking point. They just be dragging it. Like, all right, yes, we hear you. Okay, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know how to just get the shit cracking. Would you say that?
Yeah, and what you just said, they want us to sleep with all the females, but you can't sleep with a man. That's true because dating in the lifestyle, when I first decided I was going to date, I found a lot of parameters, like a lot of like restrictions that people were coming to
Mhm.
me with. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. And so eventually, it just gets to the point where you start to feel like, okay, is it me? Am I bugging? But recent dating for me has actually been beautiful, and I feel like I'm closer to what I want.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm
You
closer to what I
know, I would say even in my dating life, I don't have any major complaints on myself because the snatch and grabs I've been doing lately, them shits have been landing the way they need to land. You know what I'm saying? So I'm alright, and it's not like I'm sitting up here on a hunt for a boo or bay or whatever. So I'm kind of chilling. You know
want.
what I'm saying? But my whole thing is from what I see, and I will tell you from my consultations. And I'm gonna see we're gonna have to pick from that because we don't have direct issues ourselves. But one thing that I tend to see that's like a common denominator is communication.
Yeah,
I see that to be an issue. Also, I see a lot of women get mad with the men, but then I say to myself, you knew who this nigga was when you got with him. I know because I've watched it. I've seen it happen with shorties where they knew this motherfucker is garbage. Like, what did you expect? And this is where I say, and that's why I said today is about choices because we need to start looking at ourselves. Like
yeah,
that little piece of drama that I had, I'm not going to get all into it, but that 5 minutes of drama I had, that was a choice that I made that I could have did differently and should have did differently. If I really would have went based on how I normally filter and or evaluate people that I truly let next to me. But I was doing something different, and because of that choice led to it being a little bit of a headache.
That's what I'm finding though, Max, is like I think now I've had more luck dating because I've been making different choices and I've been listening, excuse me, to the men in my life who don't
That's why
wave.
I'm waving at you. That's why
Don't
I'm waving at you because I'm
I
like,
have been listening. I've been
uh-huh.
listening to the men in my life, like, well, what about this? What about, and it doesn't mean that like uh doesn't mean that the ones who don't qualify aren't still like lingery, but it means that that's not where I'm giving my energy to. So that's what I've been doing, listening to what the men are saying to me, and it's been
Right.
helpful. And because I'm not in a relationship, so obviously dating hasn't gone exactly where I wanted it to, but it
Hmm.
feels better than it has ever before.
That's
Hi, Matt.
beautiful.
Oh, somebody else also said hi. Can we just say hi to Tahi? Thank you, because
What's up?
Tahi
What's up? What's up, y'all? What's good?
said that
Peace,
he was.
peace, Mel. What's good? What's up? What's up? Let me see what's going on here.
No, Tahi, he had posted in the group that he wasn't feeling well when I asked what we were doing, everyone was doing for snowed in time. So we're saying he
Yes.
wasn't
And
well.
y'all feel free to tell me if any of y'all gained a new bay over the snowed in weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because that snowed in weekend shit, sometimes you can start some good dating situations off of that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah.
Ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong with getting to the clapping first because you should know how the vehicle runs before you take it off the lot, right?
That's true. That's true. I agree with it. There's nothing wrong with that. I might have found a husband or two this weekend.
A husband or two, shit. Listen, I ain't gonna say nothing about wifeys or nothing like that, but I
Mm-mm.
could definitely say it was a good weekend. If I had an afro, I'd pick it, say, you know, today was a very good day. You know what I'm saying?
So agreed. Look at what Trudy said.
What Trudy said. Let's take a look. See here. Oh, she told the guy to let's put this. Let's embarrass him for a minute. Let's laugh at him. She told the guy to cut his. She always has the funniest stories. I swear to God. Trudy's stories. You don't understand. I've known Trudy for years. Trudy's stories of her dating stories is like the shit that'll just make you cry in real tears. And this is like real shit that be happening. Because
Yeah.
Trudy's a sexy piece of woman too. You think they would do better, especially knowing she's Jamaican. Like you can't come up with no West Indian woman all slacky. They gonna fucking send you on your way. But anyway, she said this weekend she told the guy to cut his nails, and he rolled his eyes at her for the rest of the weekend. I mean, Trudy, I know how you speak, so and you have that face that you make, so I know what you did. But even still, my nigga, you come into an event, you trying to play with things. Like, look at my nails, see my joints. You see joints, like they're not perfectly lined or whatever, but these shits is trimmed, they're clean, and all that
Yes.
shit. And I be wiring electrical sometimes. I'm doing all types of things with my hands. All types of shit I do. And my shit is clean. My hands big as fuck. Matter of fact, I had my hands all up and through my car just yesterday because I was fucking with something in there. And my
But
joints is nice.
yeah, those are things
Clean.
too that I find. Like, shout out to Trudy for telling somebody, because I don't want to tell anybody right now. Like at this point, I'm looking at your nails and I'm like, So like for instance, like I had someone who I was there with, and before
Mm-hmm.
we even got ready for the weekend, had a fresh little manicure kit that they got for themselves, was shaping it up, making sure it was all, because he was like, I can't be doing damage to the ladies. I know what I want to do. And I'm like, that's right. Like, that's right.
I
Shout out
mean,
to.
that's how it should go.
Mhm.
That's how it should go. I don't
Yeah.
understand why it goes any other way than that. But you
And
know
that's,
why that happens? Because people don't say nothing. That's why you gotta say something, bro. You gotta say it. You gotta say it. You gotta call them out. You gotta let them know, like, listen, I need your ass to come on. I need you to get it together. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta let them know that their shits ain't right. If their shits is off point, don't be afraid to tell these motherfuckers that their shit is crazy. Don't be out there being shy and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Because we got to tell them what's going on and they not going to know. And then you know what ends up happening?
What?
They walk around to somebody else and shit them nasty ass ratchet nails. Some girls not paying attention. Next thing you know, they got an infection all up in their cooter cat. And that fucks up the fun for everybody.
Yeah, but I think that what happens when it comes to like choosing and like the choices that we make is we make choices based on what's comfortable. I just finished meeting with someone who was talking about the choices that some of their family members made and how they realize that because they're going to continue to make those choices, they're just not going to be able to be cool with them because they make messed up choices. And they've been doing it for so long. Like, who am I to change the choices that they make? It's up to the person to change their own choices.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. You gotta recognize that every choice that you make is going to make a difference. What's up, Chrissy?
Hey,
Troublemaker. Hey, Izzy, what's good? You know what I'm saying? But here's my thing. I'm going to say this.
Uh-oh.
Close my water because y'all be pissing me off. I don't want to spill my water on my laptop. Let me tell y'all something. Multiple times where I've seen women have literally life-changing moments in front of them. You had a guy in front of you who could literally be a life-changing person. And it's not even just about the dollars and cents. It's about having the right person that could lead you the right way to make the right moves. They might have the right connections, contacts, whatever, or just the requisite knowledge within their mind to bring you to a higher level. Just like when I have women around me, I want women around me that's going to be as smart or maybe even smarter than I am. So this way, we can constantly challenge each other. Like, I'll know certain things, they'll know certain things, I'll learn things from them, they'll learn things from me, and blah, blah, blah. We got to feed each other. The problem is motherfuckers don't feed each other. It don't be about reciprocal activity. Everybody always looking to just go for theirs. What can they get? How can they benefit? About what they can bring to a situation. And this ain't about bringing to the table. I don't need y'all money. I've been living by myself since I was 18 years old. I'm good. I'll keep doing it on and on my own. I don't need y'all for that. I can cook. I don't need y'all for that either. I can clean. I don't need y'all for that.
We need each other.
I can hire a cleaner if I really have to. But my thing is that I need the kind of partnership that's going to be viable where both of us can benefit. And to flip it into a poly landscape, that's the same concept. Everybody in there needs to be bringing some kind of value added quality to the situation. It doesn't mean that you got to be spending money. I'm not looking for people to make more money than me because that's going to be hard. Because I'm a hustler. Like 15 different things going on. It's hard. I ain't going to be able to keep up with me for so much. Granted, I know chicks that make more than I do, but my whole thing is that at the end of the day, that's not my measuring stick. What I'm measuring in is the quality of your character. You could be a shorty from the P's, the projects. For those that don't know what the P's is.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to come for me, Max. I was like, "What you trying to say?"
No. See, that's why I had to clarify because I recognize that you don't know what the P's is. So but you could be a shorty from the projects or wherever, or deep in the hood, and it doesn't matter. I've dated chicks that were straight up millionaires, and I don't look at them any better than I look at a chick that may be only making $25,000, $35,000 a year, whatever. She might be living wherever. It doesn't matter to me. It's about the quality of her character. Because money is easy to acquire if you put consistency and cooperation together. you will be surprised what you can accomplish financially. And of course, making intelligent decisions. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the keys. So making money is not the part. And the problem is, I say this all the time. I say it to you too, Nova. I say y'all be worrying about the wrong shit. That's why y'all keep picking garbage. Y'all looking at the wrong shit. Y'all sit up there and deal with a piece of shit nigga just because he's dicking you down. And I'm like, I'm not a piece of shit nigga and my dick be slinging. So
that doesn't apply to me. That doesn't apply to me.
No, that is true because so many of y'all do that. Not all of you. I will never say all. Even though somebody has sworn I said all women do. No bullshit. You just felt like it was all because it applied to your ass.
Don't look at me. Max, who are you looking at?
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the camera. Whoever it is know who it is. I'm not even shading anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if it applies to you, it does. Go ahead.
Character is important, and I think that sometimes we overlook certain things in people's character. I was talking to somebody today, and I was dating someone. We had gone on some dates, and he made a comment. You know, I'm a melanated girl. I like my melanated men. He made a comment about Black people that I could.
Hold on, time out 1 second. We gonna start a new trend over here because I need to see something on this YouTube side. Y'all YouTube people that's watching, I can see y'all now. I have multiple screens here. I'm watching y'all. I need to see y'all hitting the motherfucking like button out this bitch. We gotta get this YouTube thing rocking, man. Like every interaction is important. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I see there's a few people watching over there, but I only seen one like, and at least 10 people have popped up on that YouTube off and on since we went live. I need y'all to do better and share and like and all of that stuff. Just like it says down there. Continue, Nova. Sorry, we gotta get to the business.
Yeah, no. So I think that, when the person made a comment about melanated people, and it was something I completely disagreed with. And to me, that was a sign of their character. And that's what we have to look at when we make the choices. Because we end up in these year-long relationships when someone has shown us something in the beginning of the relationship while we were in the dating stage, and it's like we overlook those things. And that's part of the choices that we make that leads us to these patterned relationships. Like we date the same kind of person, the same kind of person. And it's like, okay, now I have to make a different choice. Now I have to pay attention to this, this thing. And I was saying to the person, because they said, well, that was abrupt. I said, no, this was on top of like a small flag, then a little medium flag, then a medium large flag. And it's like, I don't want to keep seeing the progression of the flags. And those are choices that I've had to learn for myself, because as a lady, we often date for potential. Like, oh, he's such a, like, I know that he could be, or he should be, like, if we're together long enough, he'll do this and things like that. And I think that's where our dating gets messed up, because we see the person for their potential. So some other men, our brothers, they're like, oh, that dude is scraggly, he's not about nothing or whatever. But to us, it's like, yeah, but he could, and he's a writer, and he, like, he has vision and all this other. And so that is like when you get to make the choice between what you see and what's actually there.
I like that. But here's the thing. As you were saying that, I'm reading these comments. Like Temp said, stop ignoring the red flags. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And pay attention to character and not tools, which is what Mel just said. Not tools and cootie cat. I get what he's saying on that one. The thing is blocking, so I couldn't see it. But here's the thing. My thing is that whatever filters that y'all been using, this is what I want y'all to do. All of you who have been failing at dating, and I say failing because if your plan is to be with your forever partner, or partners, however, whatever way you want to set it up. And also say partner, because it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, bi. This applies to everybody.
That's right. We're all inclusive over here.
Yeah. So I want y'all to take y'all red flags. This is y'all red flag list. I want y'all to do this and take that shit and throw it away. Now I
Why?
want y'all, because your red flag list that you have had so far has gotten you nowhere.
That's not true.
Nowhere. It is true. How close are you to being a fiance aside from the thirsty guy that's begging?
Very
Because he
close.
always begging like Keith Sweat. Everybody has somebody that's begging, but that ain't the person that they know they want to be with. I'm
Yeah.
talking about if you want to find a viable partner or partners that are going to actually match with what it is that you want, then that means you have to take that list. It doesn't mean you don't rehash some of the stuff from it, because there's obvious things like we don't want an abusive partner or blah 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 blah. The obvious red flags, but some of the little stupid shit that you've been, and everybody has it, including me. Everybody has little stupid shit that they've been nitpicking on that has led them to the highway to singledom that they are on now, where they had to make a call to get a layup for the snow time because they weren't already fucking there. You know why they wasn't already fucking there? Because you don't have that. Because what you have been doing is not working. If you want to be married and you are not married, that means what you're doing is not working. Stop wasting time. Time is not on your side. One minute I was 28 years old, no child and everything. I blink, I have a 16-year-old kid, and I'm 45.
Oof.
And regardless, and I mean, shit, I got proposed to 3 times as a man, and I'm still not married. Why? Because those weren't the ones for me to marry. Which means what I've been picking, my choices have not led to the successful situation that I wanted.
Yeah, but there's a balance there though, Max, right? Because what I said in terms of like I feel like I'm closer in my dating has been much better is because then it's like, all right, now I realize that like I have to make better choices. I have to, you know, pay attention to certain red flags and pay attention to patterns and all of that. And then there's compatibility. And I think that's another part of the dating that's tough because it's like this person could be everything that I want. They could be someone who is kind and ambitious and, you know, family oriented and open to traveling and um, it respects the fact that I'm in the LS and all of that stuff. And we just could not be compatible. Like personality. And I think that I would say that's where I am now in dating. But like, I think sometimes it's like, oh, but there are all these things. And then we try to force the compatibility. And I think that's an issue too.
That is a big issue because my thing is that if you want someone to actually resonate with your frequency, you have to first understand what your frequency is yourself. A lot of people are running out here, they don't even know their own bandwidth, let alone the bandwidth that they know would be compatible for them. How can you go for compatibility when you aren't aware? I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna talk to an IT nerd because that's what I am. How can you know what software works on your computer if you don't even know what runs on your shit? It's the same thing in your relationships. It's the same thing in everything. How many times have you had a potential forever person and you simply fumbled it because, duh, I know I've done it. I want to see how many of y'all gonna say
That we fumbled someone who was good for us.
that you had the right kind of person there for you and
Mm-hmm.
you picked on something stupid. Like, I'm gonna say this. There's some realness to looking in his eyes and seeing the ambition. Last week he was scrubbing the floors. This week he's on the fries. You understand what I'm saying? There's some realness to that. Now, we don't want to take it literally. I mean, I ain't gonna knock nobody working fast food. Your job's a job. You're doing what you're doing. But my whole thing is that regardless of what it is that you're doing, you got to look at the ability of the person. I have went out with people who just happen, because some people just have dumb luck. No matter how much they fuck up, their money never gets lost. I don't know how they do it, but they just do. And I have dated these women, and I sat there and said, I can't do this because her financial decision making is terrible. Because I can't attach myself to somebody who has no awareness of their finances.
Yeah.
Like, I control my dollars and cents. I learned and understood tax law to the level that I can do any type of taxes myself now. Corporate tax, residential taxes, business taxes, all that shit. I know how to do all that shit, man. I get paid to do taxes. Like I said, I got too many goddamn hustles for my own good. Mm-hmm. I need somebody that, at least if you ain't got it, that you hungry to get it. I understand some people are late bloomers. Everybody doesn't come out the gate firing. Yeah. Some people do it late. Like me, I fucked around, but I made money. I just spent it. but I've been making decent money since I was younger. Like, I was making it. I was doing my thing. But back in the days, I was in the clubs, fucking models, and having a good old fucking time. A lot of y'all don't know, but I've been promoting events low key, and it's like some of y'all been to the events that I promoted. You just didn't know because I didn't put it out there. But my thing is, you have to find those that work for you and be honest with yourself and recognize that they are also accepting imperfections from you. And I'm looking at you, Nova, because you nitpick on some silly shit sometimes. And I'm just like, yeah, but see, that's because how old are you, Nova?
I'm 38 beautiful years old. And
watch when that 4 gets in front of your number. And you still having the same problems. You're going to start getting that crankiness that pluses get. Go ahead.
My life. We are not speaking of my life. I'm not, because this is what I've also realized, right? Like, I've been in love before, and I've had some beautiful relationships. I also come from the mindset that, like, some relationships are just for that time. As I've gotten older, and I'm still new in the lifestyle, like, I'm not even 2 years in yet. As I've learned more about my likes and dislikes, because like you say, I think that's what I'm loving, is the fact that I'm learning more about myself, because a partner who I had 5 years ago is not going to be someone who matches me now. And so now I'm like, we're growing and we're evolving. And so that's something that I wonder, as I begin to like really feel truly in touch with myself, is like, okay, were you bugging? And it's like, no, I wasn't bugging. That fit for then. That was good for then. But now the person that I am today, I feel much more grounded, much more centered, much more aware. There are a couple of things that I want to work on before I do find that like settled down relationship that I hope to be forever. And because of that, it's like, all right, I'm not rushing it. Like I'm cool with dating. I enjoy dating. I'm much more aware of what is compatible for me now versus even where I was a year ago, so I'm grateful for that. And I think that's where I am in my dating journey, is like being able to know more about who I am. Like, I still like, what if I end up with like a heterosexual man, but I love bi men? You know what I mean? Like, what if I want to be married to a bisexual man? I don't know. Right? Like, who knows?
Yeah.
And so that's what, like, I'm like, okay, let me figure out more about who I am in my totality before I can ask someone to bring me themselves in their totality. And until then, we date and we see, and if it flows, and if it's someone who can be on that journey with me, then beautiful. But if not, I'm on the journey.
And I respect that, because taking the journeys, it can be a fun journey to take. But the thing is, there's still a destination. Like, there's a reason why there's 5,000 dating apps and they are making money like a motherfucker with AdSense and all that stuff because there's a ton of people on it. Let me tell you something. There's a ton of women on that shit and they all looking for nub. You understand what I'm saying? From my perspective, I'm sure there's dudes on there too. But, you know, I hunt and be a little different. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. If it's between the women and the men are more looking to find some nice things and see where it can go. We ain't mad with a little smash and grab, but if it can be something else, that's kind of dope too. But the women, I will say, are more, for the most part, come with more intention when it comes to dating, from what I've seen from the dating apps. But here's the thing: a lot of this stuff, like, see, a lot of people, like Mel just mentioned about social media, and is that it can bring down the dating world. But here's the thing: I like social media because, truthfully, social media just allows people to show what they really is. A lot of people really feel this way. When you see people doing that ashy ass shit that you say, yo, that shit ashy as hell, that shit ratchet as fuck. Like, what's this going? No, she really believes this shit. He really believes that shit. You're just able to, I love social media because it's like a mirror. It reflects what people really think and brings it to a world stage where everybody can see it. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? My thing is that where I stand as a current, like, see, Mel wants to lay his hat in one place and not 1,000 homes, and that's beautiful.
Oh, I love that, Mel. Shout out to you.
But here's the thing. Me, like, if I use myself, I'm the kind of person, I'm an old man by nature. It ain't hard for, listen, I hate the fact that I'm poly by nature sometimes. Because that poly shit is work. You understand what I'm saying? I might have the energy of a 20-something-year-old, but I got the mentality of an old motherfucking man. I want to just sit my ass down sometimes and just chill, lay up, have it easy. All I got to do is worry about this one female and blah, blah, and whatever it is she likes, that's my focus. I already know what I'm doing because when the important times come up, I already know who about to be there, and that's really, you know, where it is. Mm-hmm. But me, nah, I gotta have this one and that one because my personality, I know that I have a multi-phase frequency. Meaning that I have, even if I connect with one, by nature, I have other frequencies that require connection, and I need those other connections in order to make me feel complete. I don't feel complete when I'm only connected to one individual. People that are truly poly are the only ones that are going to understand where I come from. Because a lot of people say they are, but they only are until they aren't, and then they not. You understand what I'm saying? With me, I am like that. I've been like that the majority of my life. Even when I went into monogamous relationships, it was cool for a while, but eventually it's like I feel that need to have some other kinds of connection. And it's not just about fucking. It's about, like, legit. I love the get to know process and stuff like that.
See, I don't know. See, so for me, you know, I'm new. I'm gonna blame my baby life on this. I don't know if like, because I feel like I have similar characteristics, and I think I'm selfish. I'm selfish. I'm not even gonna say I think.
Because be a human.
I want like someone to be special for me. I want there to be things that are, because you and I have had that conversation about poly relationships and, like, you know, like some of my struggles with like dating people who are poly and like things like that. I don't know. I think we need to have a whole show on poly. I think we do, because we need to talk about it, because I need to know what the heck I'm doing with my life. Because, like, I don't know if poly is part of it.
but
We need
we
more.
can revisit it.
We need more.
So you can work things out. What's up, Duchess?
Hey, that's my people. That's one of my people right there. I love him. So yeah, I don't know if poly is my thing because the way you just described like your different frequencies, I have different frequencies also. And I've been in a relationship with one person who I was able to have most of my frequencies with. Right. And I'm like, okay, if I can have most of my frequencies, I can be okay with that.
So you say one person you was able to fulfill multiple frequencies
Yeah, most of them.
with one individual.
And that's why I say I don't know that I'm poly as much as I'm open because I don't mind. This is going to go down as like one of my favorite slogans. I don't mind sharing my partner's body. I just mind sharing their heart. And some people have said, well, you're already sharing their heart because they've loved other people before you. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want you going to their family events. I only want you to come to mine. You know? That's one of my things.
That's what we doing.
Yeah.
So you don't want them going to nobody else's family events. You only want them eating your potato salad with the raisins in it.
Exactly, and there's no reasons because my people are
Wait, you wasn't supposed to agree with the potato salad with the raisins, though.
I said no reasons, but yeah, that's how I feel about that. So that's a choice that I've had to make, a different choice that I've had to make. Like, is poly my thing or nah?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it is your thing. I think you're a swinger. You can have fun in recreation, but when the recreation is over, it's about you and them.
Yes.
I think you're just a swinger. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think it requires a whole show to figure that out, D. 5 seconds. Didn't even charge you by the hour, God damn it. Look at you.
I appreciate it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that is something. And you know what's funny? Because I sent this show out to different people and stuff so they would know it was on. And the reason why it's funny is because one of the people I sent it to replied and was like, "Oh no, I'm all set." Da, 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 da. I'm like, that doesn't require a reply. You could just not tune in and it's fine. But the reason why they do that is because, like I said, some people don't like to face this fact. A lot of people don't. There's certain people that normally watch when we talk about the LS stuff that ain't going to be on this. And I know a lot of them have issues in their dating lives. Even if they have partners, they really just got a partner out of convenience. They don't have a partner out of compatibility. There's a difference between having a partner out of convenience and having a partner out of compatibility. That doesn't happen often because people settle for the wrong reasons. There's nothing wrong with settling because we all settling to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. I give one of y'all motherfuckers, I'm settling on some damn degree. It ain't gonna be everything and everything everywhere, and I'm not gonna be everything either. Mm-hmm. I might be missing something, whatever. No, I'm just saying, might be because you don't know how they feel, so I can't say definitely whether you will or will not. Like, I mean, I might come across a woman who I don't find any gaps with. But my thing is, it's all maybes, but more than likely, you're going to find something because nobody's perfect. We all got shit. You just got to learn to find the shit that's actually long-term dealable. Things that you can actually deal with on a long-term basis. Because that's what people don't do.
I'm smiling hard because, musicals are my thing. I love musicals. I'm like, nerdy musical like that. And my favorite musical is Rent. And there's a line and it says, life's too short, time is flying. Oh, he's like, I got baggage. And she's like, life's too short, babe, time is flying. I'm looking for baggage that goes with mine. And what you just said reminded me of that. Like, I'm looking at, it doesn't matter if you have baggage. Like, I don't think baggage is a barrier. I think that it's about the compatibility of the baggage. Like, does this go with the set?
Yep. And that's the thing, is that you gotta find what works. Again, this goes back to frequency. When you find somebody whose frequency and bandwidth matches yours, no matter how y'all are progressing through life, your frequency is always going to be your frequency. You're growing and getting stronger in bandwidth and frequency together as time progresses. If you do not see progression going in the same way, that is always going to be a problem. You got to make sure also that the person that you are fucking with is on the same timing you're on.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that somebody that you're fucking with, that the things that you like I'm gonna go with a lifestyle, because this happens in a lifestyle more often than not. A lot of women get with men and they knew that they liked to play with guys before they got with this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
But then what happens is the moment that they get with him, all of a sudden he's like, nah, you can't play with all the guys, it's all just girls. And meanwhile, you still want to do what you want to do. It's still in you. And because women are very accommodating. I give women these props on this. Women are very accommodating. Us men ain't that damn accommodating. Women are very accommodating to this. They will, for the sake of their man, shut it down. Even when they know good and goddamn well that ain't really what's for them, but they will do that if they feel that man might be viable enough for them to do that for. Of course, it bites them in the ass more often than not, because again, when it comes to the choices, you got to find things that operate within your bandwidth. But when you are messing with people who aren't on the same bandwidth as you, of course it's going to fail. Whether it's now or later, you're going to see the fail happen.
Yeah. You got to choose yourself first.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, I just don't understand that. Like, when you go into swinging, the whole definition of swinging is you go that way, she goes that way, and y'all enjoy together at some time, and you have a bunch of amazing stories to go home and tell. Why has it become, and you know what? It's actually because of all of the chauvinism in the LS construct as a whole, which is a whole other show. But it's the chauvinism in the whole LS construct as a whole that is the problem. Like, I see an event come up. Somebody sends me this. Why they send me this, I don't know. But they send it to me, and it's couples and single ladies. So who the single ladies gonna rock with if they want to have a one-on-one? You understand the structure of the community itself, just like society. A lot of things society-wise, I use the microcosm of the LS as an example, but even on a grander scale of society, a lot of societal norms make people choose things that really ain't for them to choose.
Yeah. And what happens is that, so we're choosing these things, and we know that we're not even really being true to ourselves based on the choices that we're making. And then we become bitter. And then we have those rhetorics of like, oh, well, men just, women just. And it's like, no, because you've been choosing that type. You've been choosing that life. You've been choosing that lane, that category of person. Now you're grouping the macro system with your micro system. And that's not fair or accurate.
And there you go. That and it is your inherent problem. But you know what the problem really comes to? I want y'all, when you're finished with this, pretend this is your mirror. And I want you to look into it and ask yourself, in my last relationship where I thought I had that woman, what could I have done differently that could have made that go in the direction that would have not made us be single now. And I don't want to hear everybody all of a sudden is a victim. Oh, this one was whooping my ass. Oh, this one was. Listen, we understand that happened, and those are obvious. Duh. You should leave if somebody's being violent or somebody's doing something that's harmful to you. Yes. We don't need to rehash that. We've said this 1,000 times. Yes. Let's not play dumb. We all know that we have all been and had that moment where we zigged when we should have zagged. And that's it. I got a question for you. I actually had this question before and I didn't remember it till now. Give you an example. You have an event like Missy Kingston going on. Big event that's going on. You could do that, or you could maybe be kicking it with somebody that is a viable partner for you. A lot of people, LS mentality, they're like, oh, well, I could just reschedule them and go to the event, have my fun, and then I'll see them the next weekend. Mm-hmm. The moment you make that decision, you show which thing you value more. You value your recreational activity over your quality time with a particular individual. Mm-hmm. Even though, and this isn't a bang on anybody's hotel takeovers, but let's be honest, they cost money. You're going to spend between $600 to $800 bare minimum on that weekend. You go chill in the crib, have a good time. It was a snowed in weekend anyway. It wasn't a weekend to go away or go outside. So it was cold as hell and snowy and all that shit. Mm-hmm. You made the choice to go run and frolic. Aside from be with somebody that probably might have shown you a really good time. So you showed that you chose quantity over quality. These are your choices. And we all know women have 1,000 guys in their inbox, but how many of them are actually quality? Out of the 200 guys that's in there, maybe 5 of them. And they never choose those 5. Well, I won't say never, but most of the time they don't, because the quality guys, and I'm going to give it to you in a minute, Nova, but the quality guys' messages normally get pushed down because they're busy. So they're going to hit you one time, maybe twice, and it's going to get pushed down because you're going to be too busy answering the, what are you doing? Hey, Ma, what's good? Hitting up the same toxic guy that you're used to hitting up. You understand what I'm saying? Because you know what you're in for with that. And you said it before, Nova. What's familiar, what's comfortable is easy. So we tend to fall back to that instead of stepping out. How many people have been successful by just staying in what's comfortable? In business.
Yeah.
And in life in general.
Yeah, no, that's the tough part though. That's the balance. Is I know for me, that's one of my business goals for this year is to step outside of my comfort zone more. Because I'm like, yeah, business is flowing, it's good, it's working, but it's like, yeah, but now it's time to take it up to the next step. And I'm like, and I think that those kinds of mentalities can follow me in other dynamics. I know for sure that I have opted to do things with my friends when I could have spent time with like a potential partner. And in my mind, it's trauma based because I'm like, well, my friend's gonna be here. You may not, and that's not a healthy perspective when you're looking for a partner, because the reality is your friends will be there. And so, it's good to try and build those. But these are lessons that I've had to learn along the way. So
and that's beautiful. Like I said, I've watched the growth in you. I see the development in you as an individual. You were a bit more wallflower-ish when you first popped on the scene, but you have stepped out into the light and let people see how your smile lights up the room and the energy that you come with and all of that good stuff. And Lord knows all the other shit that you be up to. But my thing is all of that is cool.
Yeah.
But none of that you have done up until this point Now, granted, you got things pending, so we shall see. But
Pending.
my whole thing is, you still have to be honest with yourself and say, what is this thing that I did?
Yeah.
Again, here's the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. How did my head slam into the floor? You got to ask yourself these questions.
Yeah.
You have to. Because the thing is, a lot of people don't face that. Just like Shorty that didn't want to come on. She didn't want to come on here and talk. Because she knew that was going to be the mirror in her face. And when I listen to women and see the things that they say, I could tell a lot about the way a woman's dating life is by the way that they interact in the general pretense.
Yeah.
Like me, I like my women friendly, communicative, social, and welcoming. If you come with this whole off the door, I don't care what you thought you look like. But let me tell you something. Ain't nothing that anybody out here looks like that I ain't seen or hit before. I'm not impressed by that anymore. It takes more than that. And there's a lot of men that can say what I'm saying. It ain't just me. I'm just speaking for myself. But as a man who's had the advantage in the dating world the majority of his life, from when I was young, I was an athlete. So I always had access to cheerleaders and whatever. Then I modeled, had access to them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I've always had access to women and I understand women fairly well. So I don't have a hard time communicating with them. I am also old school, so my chivalry game is real. I'll open doors. You know what I'm saying? I believe in, taking a woman out and doing something sometimes just staying in. I've cooked for women. I've done all types of things. I haven't done everything for every woman because every woman doesn't get the same experience. Not because one's better than the other. It's just sometimes it's timing, sometimes it's whatever. But my whole thing is that I'm always in a considerate mode when it comes to women. And yet and still, nobody has convinced me to walk down the aisle. Nobody has convinced me to want to pool my resources with them and say, let's do this, walk through life together. Nobody's convinced me that they are viable enough to be that choice. I can say I have potentials. I could say I have pendings. Everybody has a pending, whatever. But my whole thing is to this moment, the only ring on my finger is my pinky ring. You understand what I'm saying? I haven't chosen to put the band on that joint yet. And why hasn't that happened? I'm not afraid of that. But I know I'm not a moron. That's why I said, and people would ask me when I'm doing my consultations, they'd be like, I'm surprised you have so many different clientele, like married people, gay, straight, trans. I've literally counseled everybody.
Right.
And my whole thing is that they say, but you've never been married yourself. I said, let me ask you a question. Would you want driving lessons from a person who's drove for 18 years but has crashed 17 times? Or would you rather drive with somebody who might have drove for 12 years but only had one accident? Yeah, the other person has more experience, but they also have more time slamming into the wall too. Just like, yes, failure is a great teacher, but it comes to the point where you gotta ask if this motherfucker's learning anything. You understand? Oh, he's been married 3 times. I'm listening to him. He knows what's up. No. He don't know what's up, because if he did, he shouldn't have taken 3 times to get married to figure out who it is. Because I know once I do get married, 100% that is until death do us part. The only exception is if you're a widow because unfortunately your partner left before their time. That's the only exception.
Yeah. I think for me, it's similar. I've been engaged twice, and I and both of those engagements worked for the time that they were in.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't have any regrets, or I wouldn't do anything differently. They were beautiful times. I know that I probably wouldn't be engaged to at least one of them again. So we gonna see. But the goal, I don't even know if my goal is marriage, but long-term partnership, because the whole marital construct is not as appealing as it was, like in my younger fairy tale days. I wouldn't mind it, but it's like I'm not the kind of lady that's like I need to be married tomorrow, right? Like that's not my thing at all. I would like healthy companionship, like some person that I can be my multidimensional self with, and who allows me to venture out, and they can venture out too.
Like I said, you just wanna have a partner you could do some bald headed whole shit with. That's basically what it is.
That's
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, listen, I would love that myself. I
yeah.
would, I would love that myself. But the fact of the matter is, I've found that women get very territorial with me. Like, I understand because for the females, it's a war going on out here. Because when you find somebody that's actually doing something with themselves, is actually worth something, you ain't so quick to want to share that with a next person. When you're
Hmm.
like, wait, but this person has a piece of your heart too. Like,
Yeah.
they have a
See.
piece of like, and I'm just like, the thing is, and this is what I think I've explained this on the show before. When you're truly poly, you're still getting 100% of me. You're getting 100% of my reaction to you, just like she's getting 100% of my reaction to her. Now, one better, I prefer a unified poly relationship where we are all together, when we have group time, where we all spend time together. And of course, we have our time apart, more or less what Neil does. He
Yeah.
has time where he deals with them individually, but he also has time when we all hang out and spend time together. Why? Because I feel like nature intended it that way. You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying? If you think about it, a man creates millions of sperm. A woman lays one egg every 30 days, unless she has a special condition where she might do multiple eggs. But we're not going to talk about that. You understand what I'm saying? No, but I mean, on a serious note, I've said this before. All you got to do to start to understand life better is look at nature and the patterns that it shows you. A
Yeah.
lot of it, a lot for people that are spiritual, the blueprint is being written for you. You just got to shut up and pay attention. All of this monogamous stuff are social constructs that were put into place to limit the pooling of resources of families. The rich still do it,
Hmm.
but they didn't want us because individually, just one and one, everything relies on too many things going right with just those two. But now, if you turn that into three, into four, even if if one person's having a rough time, there's still three people to get that person's back so that they can be caught before they fall and bounce right back up. And you have a whole community of assistance there where you don't have to go crying to the government that give you a handout or having to call mama and say, Mama, can you hear me?
Hmm.
Hold on. Something happened
Yeah, we
because
can
I
still hear
can't
you.
hear anything.
Oh,
Is my
okay.
sound still on?
Hmm.
Oh, I see what happened. One second. I tapped my Bluetooth and that threw it off. I hate when that happens. I'm changing this Bluetooth, by the way. Let me see. Say something.
Say something. Say something. I'm giving up on you.
Okay, we cooking. So Anyway, like I said, the thing is you have to learn to recognize the importance of that unity. That's why I say I wholeheartedly believe our key to success in this financial world, there's too much riding on one person's back or the other. Because one person's going to be financially better off than the other person. All y'all thinking if you happen to be making six figures, more than likely the people you're going to date are not going to be making that. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. There's only about 10% of the population that's over six figures. As much as a lot of these people on here going to try to flex like they all doing it, no. Men lie, women lie, but numbers do not. They're not there, even if they're close. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter if you do or don't, but understand that we're in an economy where a lot of places that you rent from, especially if you live in a metro area, your 40 times blah, blah, blah for your household equals you need to be making damn near six figures a year just to live in your apartment. And let's not talk about mortgages, houses, all the things that go wrong with a house. I know somebody learning all them lessons right now. And they're handling it because they have the way to the means to handle it. But the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of shit to that home ownership that a lot of people don't understand. That's why I like living in a building where I don't even have to recycle my own trash. Yeah. They do it all for me. I just throw it in the refuse room and walk away. And they do all the heavy lifting. I love it. It's like almost like being in a hotel. I don't have to worry about my packages. The guy gets them for me and I get it when I get in. I ain't got to be going through all that drama and all that stress. It's a beautiful fucking situation. You do what works for you. It doesn't mean I won't own properties. The only reason I haven't bothered with that yet is because that's going to require too much of my attention to get it going before it goes on autopilot. So, I want to be able to give that legit attention. I'm doing enough. But
thanks.
But Nova?
Yes.
We need to, as we wrap up here, because I'm looking at the time, we need to, again, just go one more time because I want people to understand. When you are talking about, like, I don't want to hear anybody else say nothing about the dating pool has pee in it. Because more than likely, you dropped some pee in there too.
Oh.
And just ain't realized that the reason why the dating pool has pee in it is because you keep pissing in the motherfucker, thinking it's the toilet.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I know that I've done my share of damage in the dating pool. And I think that's why it's important to choose yourself and be able to get to know yourself more before trying to, what's the word that I'm looking for? Make other people be a part of that journey. I think that's the important part. Is like, I think I've asked people to be part of my dating journey before I knew what I actually truly wanted and who I truly am as a person. And I think that's what does a lot of damage. So my closing thought would be to choose yourself, and then you'll be able to choose better, and better will choose you.
Learn yourself.
Learn yourself.
A lot of people don't know themselves. As a man, a lot of us don't really, and I'll speak for us men. I can't speak for you ladies. Y'all have your own time frames. Y'all mature before us in some ways, even though some of y'all, that maturity thing is a question, but I digress. Y'all typically do mature faster than us in the developmental. When it comes to the mental development, y'all are ahead of us in that, generally. And my thing is, if I was to say anything, is as a man, I didn't fully understand until I was like in my mid-30s. I didn't fully understand who I really was, what I really was, and what I really need and expect. I didn't start to fully understand that. And I mean, I still learned things as I went along. Shit, I learned things between last year, this year. I'm always learning something new.
Right.
But my thing is, you have to take the time to truly learn and understand yourself
Yes.
as an individual.
Mhm.
Because if you don't do that, you're just going to keep complaining about the dating pool and not getting any closer to getting that final ring that you actually want. You're going to keep wearing it on this finger instead of this one. I think it's this side or that side. I don't know. I just pick a hand. Who gives a shit?
Agreed.
I, but that's more or less my perspective on that. Look at yourselves. The biggest problem in your dating life, more than likely, is you, because you are the one common denominator that keeps going from one person to the
Yeah.
next. I see women that I have dated and watched them monkey branch. They'll run from me. Next thing you know, they with this one, then they with that one, and they was with somebody right before me. You never took time to figure out what you needed to learn before you moved on.
Yeah.
So it's no wonder you keep swinging from branch to branch.
On the
I've seen
same
that in
tree.
one person. You can't be a good companion if you don't know yourself.
Hmm. I agree.
So this is your homework. I'm giving homework, and I want to see some responses. We got the email. Where's the email? I don't know where it is. Nova, do you have the email address
Got it.
so they can email us? Put the email address up, please. And I want people to email us and tell us what stories they have, what things that they've learned from their dating experiences. What would you like to do differently? And what would you what would you like us to cover that might help to shed some light on the difficulties that you've had in dating? Because for me, that's my shtick. I literally get paid to advise people on their life life choices as a life coach and on their dating choices as a dating consultant. These are the things that I do. This is my profession. When you see 100, we see the 300. What is your profession? Who? This is my profession. That and singing some dick and eating some pussy. But
Ah, okay.
just because y'all see me do it, don't mean that I don't be doing it. Because I be doing it. But I just don't be giving my shit away. I ain't one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of the prayer. I call those the guys in prayer. They just live on their knees the whole party, like yum yumming away. I don't. I mean, listen. Whatever
And
your
we
fetish is,
appreciate you guys. We appreciate you.
yes. But we do appreciate everybody for being here tonight.
Yes.
I'm about to get me some motherfucking food. Well, my food's there, but I'm about to eat my food. You looking at your pot? You know what I'm saying?
My chicken is in the oven. I smell it. The aroma is beautiful. Duchess already know. We already had a conversation about dinner tonight. So I'm ready.
Ooh, let me read this from Duchess. I like what he said just now. He said, and I've heard this before, but I mean, it's still a great quote. Let's put that up before we slide on out of here. He said, is better than today. Yesterday is today's past, and tomorrow is the future. If you take life at that perspective, I promise you, you will always be on a path to learning and growing. And if y'all do, which a lot of y'all do, need my services, I am available, but you have to schedule an appointment because I am very busy. I have specific time that I do those things. So, and it can be done virtually. You don't have to live in New York for me to do it. We can do it virtually via FaceTime, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I didn't do my shameless plugs on Nova.
Uh
Should I
oh.
do my shameless plugs? I got to plug my event coming up because, I
Oh
want people to You know what I'm saying? I know you hungry. I'm hungry too, but I want to put this out there. I need to see my people then pull up for this. No music, because that'll fucking fuck up my video. Woo! Let's not do the music. That was the wrong one anyway.
I was at that
Anyway, yeah, you was there. All right, so this is it. This is called Radiance. It is a semi-formal event. We do this annually. It's a very sexy event. There's no such thing as being overdressed when you come to this. West Indians is mostly the ones that's here, but we are open to everybody. This isn't a black thing or a white thing or whatever thing. It's an everybody thing. We welcome everybody. We have people of all colors, shapes, and sizes come to these parties. American and whatever other country you're from are all welcome, and there's music pretty much playing for everybody at these events. Nova will tell you. They literally play a nice balance of everything. So, and the tickets are very affordable. So you go on that link, which I always block the goddamn links with the freaking like, share, subscribe. But you go to, you screenshot this. You can find it on Eventbrite. It's very easy. Look under Radiance 2026. You'll see it there. And I want to see y'all that are going to be in the area around that time. Is going down March 29th. So it's a nice early event. You know what I'm saying? It starts at 3, so get there about 5. That would be my The food is free. It's food inclusive. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have plenty. And I mean, we serve legit plates of food. Nova had a nice little pack up before she disappeared to do what she was going to do. You know, the glass is down again. But you know, I want to see y'all pull up for this because this is going to be a really nice time. I want to see, especially my LS people, come out to something. If you have somebody that you like, that you feeling, you want to take them to something nice, this is a move to take them to, and where it's not LS, so you can let them know I'm not just fucking with you. Because let me tell you something, especially fellas, take this down for a minute. Sorry, I know I'm going long, low, but if you got to go, you could go. But I got to talk to my people for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I want y'all to understand something for a minute, because y'all got to understand how important this is. Anytime any women in I don't want to say LS female, because I don't like giving y'all that title like LS female, even though y'all do it to us too. I hear y'all LS dude. But honestly, what you do in your recreation, your sexual identity should not be your identity.
Yeah.
Who you are as an individual. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is because no matter how or where you met the woman, she is happy and will feel amazing to be taken somewhere, especially for you to take her somewhere that has nothing to do with LS.
Yeah.
She will appreciate that. So like, that could be your moment. For y'all that are looking for that person that you can hang your hat with and all of that, that is your moment to see what it is that they are capable of, what it is that y'all are really going to be about.
Yeah.
Going to something like this, especially this is inexpensive. Like, I'll show y'all. There's another thing up here, and I'll show you. This is a layup right here, because we don't know how much liquor costs. You get a ticket and a bottle for $200, and that's Don Julio. The bottle itself, if you buy at any club, you're probably spending more than $200 for it. You and her could share that bottle. You get a bucket, get a bottle, get some chasers, chill.
Yeah.
If you want to spend an extra $50 for a table, you could do that. If not, don't sweat it. You just got a bucket and a bottle and chill out.
Yeah.
Because my thing is that it's not about that sales. Don't take that down. But my point is, these are ways where you could spend a limited amount of money, but still have an amazing time, make great memories. We have photographers rotating all through that place. The step and repeat is going to be on point because that shit is always really well decorated. When I say there are a few events in the country, and I would say in the country, that decorate and curate their events as well as these events are decorated. You know what I'm saying? I got pictures of the venue, but I'm not going to put those on this time. I'll show y'all the venue at the next thing, or when I create the event invite. Matter of fact, I will show y'all the pictures of the venue will be in the event invite, so y'all can check it out there. I'm telling you, this is what you need to do to take them out to somewhere nice. And the weather will start breaking, so you won't have to be in 5 winter coats with your dress up clothes by the end of March. You know, it's going to be a nicer weather. It might be like some 50s, 60s, hope God willing. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what is going to make your dating experience great. For those of you that are complaining, ladies, if you see this and you got a guy you kicking it with, suggest this to him. Still make him pay for the tickets, because I am old school. I believe, you know, taking the woman out, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You make the suggestion, or you could treat him to the tickets, let him take care of something else. However y'all do it. If y'all really want to start improving the quality of your dating, you have to start by actually fucking dating.
Ooh.
A lot of y'all ain't doing that. Y'all linking up and fucking, laying up, watching TV, linking up and fucking, laying up and watch TV, and the cycle goes on and on and on. The moment you get outside with them, you didn't even realize what kind of outside person they was, and now you're sitting there like, oh Jesus, what did I sign up for? Y'all cuffing without even knowing the whole dynamics of their personality. It's crazy to me. Be outside. It's okay. If they don't look good enough to be outside with for your standards, then don't be with them. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I can go on and on. I'm very passionate about this dating thing, Nova. Well, like I said, this is my profession. I take this very seriously. Nova's ready to eat. I can see her cheeks is thinking about that food.
That chicken about to I'm gonna post a picture on my story.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, y'all, we appreciate y'all time. I think we're going to part 2 this one, because this one we're going to tie a ribbon in it. We'll come back to this some other time. Mm-hmm. We got other things we need to get to. But as far, before we go, the safety committee thing, everything's okay. The website's on point, blah, blah, blah. There's a couple of things that I fucked up on that I realized I needed from Nova that I do not have. And that was my fault, because I was having fun this weekend instead of doing what I should have been doing. So that's on me. So y'all can blame me. But I have the design stuff put together, whatever. And I'm going to tweak it some because I have a little bit more time now.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, but like I said, if y'all have any inquiries, you have that email, Nova?
Yep, I posted it in the chat already, and I posted it on the YouTube.
Good. So y'all could follow, get those off of the chat, get those off of the thing, or you could DM one of us and we'll deal with your concerns. We have things that are pending in process now, things that we have notated that we are investigating now. So that's not the one that's the one for the social experiment.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll be posting that in the group. So make sure you're part of the social experiment group. Yeah, so make sure you add yourself to the social experiment group. Nova, you're gonna have to deal with some of that because I'm on restriction until the 30th. Got you. But I can do it from my other page too, so I'll still be in there. But anyway, thank y'all. Yay. Y'all have a good night. We're gonna get out of here. You ready to eat, Nova? You ready? Or you want to talk for 45 more goddamn minutes? I'm hanging up on you. Anyway, we holler at y'all next week. Peace out.